right. OpenAI looking to expand its artificial intelligence footprint by signing a whacking $38 billion deal with Amazon. Now, this deal allows the maker of ChatGPT to access cloud services from Amazon for the next 7 years. It will use Nvidia graphics processors to boost its AI capacity. The deal, a win for Amazon, which has been battling Microsoft and Google in this AI race. Amazon shares surged to record highs on the news. It is interesting, though, as I get you to my next guest, author of the book Blockchain, CEO of the Palmer Group and a professor of advanced media in residence at Syracuse University, Shelly Palmer, joining me from New York. I do want to bring up the markets today because we may be looking today at a slide in some of these big tech stocks. Let's bring up the markets so that we can have a look. The Nasdaq is down over 1.5% as we speak, and I've just been reading some of the analysis as I waited to get to you, Shelley. And we're beginning to hear people say, "Look, these valuations are way overdone. It is time to take some profits out of these companies." We're going to get to that. Firstly, let's talk about this huge news on OpenAI and AWS. Just how much of a win for Amazon is this?
Actually, it's a great win for Amazon, but in practice, there was no place else for them to go. Everybody is out of compute. You do not want to put all your eggs in one basket. The need for GPU capacity is extraordinary. And at the moment, everybody is talking about, and you inferred that the markets believe that this is overhyped and it's time to take profits. I'm going to be a little contrarian on this. I think this is underhyped, at least for the moment, and you don't even know where the top of this is going to be. Amazon, it's interesting, this deal, because they're literally rationing compute to their clients. Like my Fortune 500 clients who need compute for the AI workflows they're deploying now are being basically rate limited on the amount of compute they can get. So the idea that Amazon is going to sign this deal and they're able to go and offer up this amount of GPU capacity to OpenAI is fascinating. The big winner here is Nvidia, AMD secondarily, and any other chip maker that's literally making the chips that are going inside these GPUs. I got to say, it's a very obvious place to go. They weren't going to Google, that's for sure. So where else were they going to go for that amount of compute?
We had a big AI-related announcement right here in Abu Dhabi yesterday. Microsoft announcing that it will invest more than $15 billion in the UAE by the end of the decade. The UAE is on a massive push to be, a significant player in this sort of global AI arms race, as it were. Which country or region at this point, or countries or regions, do you see as clearly standing out as having some significant leadership at this point?
Most of the compute is in the United States, followed by China, and everybody is playing catch up. And the question is, how much sovereign AI modeling do you want to do? What I mean by that is every model is biased based on its training, its pre-training, and then, of course, its post-training. And those biases are real, and they are really on the way that the programmers and the foundational model builders think about the model. So if you want to preserve your country's culture, then you're going to need a sovereign model. And you want that compute to happen on your soil if possible. You're not going to order in for that amount of compute. So I think Microsoft is doing a really interesting thing here. They're making a big investment in UAE. They need the data centers anyway. I think on a country by country basis, this is going to be about who will think about this. When we built oil fields all over the world, you went where the oil was. Well, here where you need to go where the electricity is. So if you can find electricity at a price and real estate at a price, that's where people are going to look to put their data centers. The scarce resource here is electricity. And any place you can get it, you're going to go and make the investment to put your data centers. Geothermal power is really attractive. Solar is attractive. That's I think the driving force here. Not so much which country stands out, but which can offer up the resources required.
You got 30 seconds. You suggested at the beginning of this that you think certainly some of these valuations are below what they are likely to be going forward. Why?
Because the demand is going to explode. You're talking a fraction of the people who could use AI are using AI. Just track the way electricity propagated itself. It was expensive and only for people with generators in the beginning. Then they put up power grids and everybody got an air conditioner and everybody got electric lights.
Yep.
We're not at the stage where everybody's using AI. When we are, the demand will explode.
Always good to have you on, sir. Thank you very much indeed. There is more that Shelly has forgotten about AI and advanced tech than most of us will ever know. It is always good to have him on. Thank you, sir.